Think you know drama? Let me tell you about drama.
It's a great draw because I'm in the draw. So for me, I'm super pleased that I made it here and that I have an opportunity to win matches.
Are you kidding me? Easy at home. Let me tell you, this is ridiculous. Love may seem like a handy lead, but it's only the one break, and if any...
Suffice to say, John, that tennis missed him quite a bit, especially a display like we saw tonight. That was just spectacular to see that.
Oh, you got that right. I mean, is this guy just the greatest guy ever? I mean, he's the greatest player ever.
Right.
And he's like Rod Laver on, you know.
And then some.
And then some, right. Exactly, because you look at him and he just says all the right things. He doesn't have a bad word to say about anyone. He likes everyone. He likes the officials. What is wrong with this guy? And the linesman, he even misses them.
Yeah, that's amazing. That was just quite a display. And I think as he said in the gym there, he was even displayed in this one. And certainly sending a message to the rest of the field. And
He must feel incredibly.
Second serve. Into the backhand of Wawrinka. It goes deep.
I can really actually talk about playing the finals for the first time. I've been dodging that bullet, you know, for the last sort of days now, not talking about the next round and the next round, but this is the last one. So I'll leave it all out here in Australia, and if I can't walk for another 5 months, that's okay.
Let me tell you something. The tennis messiah has returned, and he's got a message for us. Once again, you buried me too soon, and once again, I resurrected. I may not walk on water like I used to, but I can still pull a miracle or two, multiply the winners, and turn water into Gatorade. Stanislas Judas Wawrinka tried his best of 5 to betray me, but God Laver was watching from high above in the stands. We, poor souls, had lost faith in him and had started worshiping other idols, a sad Scot and a skinny Serb. But after 2 weeks in the desert, our wandering hearts found their way home. And the God Labor Arena was not big enough to show our devotion. It sure has been a bumpy road, and the medical timeout between the 4th and 5th set brought back the old doubts. But seemingly unconcerned by the pain, he allayed our fears, and we all rose to acclaim our hero. And here we are in the year 35 AR. After Roger, one step away from fulfilling the prophecy of Peter the Apostle Sampras. The 18th slam you will win, and alone you will stand in glory. Nick, the self-appointed commissioner of tennis, has a confession to make. There has been a time where I lost faith. I thought the baseline slugging festival that tennis had become would condemn Roger to the meanders of the top 20. But he came to me in my sleep. Be not afraid, for I see the light. The balls are quicker. The court is quicker. And when there is speed, there is hope.
For the Swiss maestro. And he's onto the highway, beating his nemesis. Rafael Nadal in 5 uncompromising sets. Federer wins 6-1, 3-6, 6-1, 3-6, 6-3. Grand Slam of all time, so much history residing on it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 2017 champion of the Australian Open, Roger Federer.
Your perception as somebody who's played the role of number one in the world, upcoming player, you've dominated for many years. In many ways, this year, you're kind of an underdog.
Yeah, why not? For a change. I mean, I prefer to be the favorite, but underdog is okay. Yeah, no, it's fine. You know, as long as I'm healthy and I feel like I can go 4 or 5 sets, I can, you know, go many matches in a row, then I think it's going to be fun.
Also thought maybe at 35, you know, he's not going to come back. Well, why should he bother? Does that amuse you, or?
No, I mean, like, in a way it doesn't surprise me because I've been talking about retirement for 7 years, so naturally that's the perfect opening for people to ask that question yet again and think to themselves that why more? And I get it, you know, it's fine, I'll keep answering it.
Oh, it was a shot of genius.
We shouldn't be so surprised because we've seen so many of these over the years, but it just makes it look so easy. As far as he's concerned, this is where he spent most of the majority of his life, on the tennis court.
Oh. Well, anyone else, you'd say it's ridiculous. But with Federer, you go, that's pretty good.
All I care about is that I can win on Sunday. It doesn't matter who's across the net, but I understand the magnitude of the match against them.
Well, Well, speaking of, well, I'm going to speak of family, because you have your big family with you here. You have 4 children. What have they been up to in Australia? You've been in Australia now for a couple of weeks, right? You came in early to Perth. So how have they enjoyed the country? What have they been doing?
They told me many times, please don't lose, Daddy. We don't want to stay here for longer. For the first time today, one of my daughters said, it's actually okay. I'm happy to go skiing in Switzerland now. So I was like, come on. Give me one more match here. Maybe I can hang around for a couple more days.
Fifth set, it was Roger that was the guy defending, that was scrapping, that was coming up with shots on the run, and then the serve obviously helped close it out.
Well, the 5th set is all about heart and will, and I think we saw today Roger Federer cement being the best player of all time, but he showed more heart and will than he ever has in a single match in his life.
Ecstasy and agony over the last 3.5 hours.
And all the hard work. You know, we look at the elegance, we look at the style, we forget about the 4 hours straight in Perth that he's practicing and working for moments like this, to hit forehands like that, to hit aces at deuce after having championship points, in danger of letting the championship slip away from him, and yet he found a way to trust himself. In fact, arguably the only one that really believed coming into this event that he could possibly engrave his name on this trophy once again.
I mean, Rafa is so popular, but the crowd, I think, wherever we looked, was slightly more Federer than Rafa.
Yeah, I think that's fair. And, you know, Federer, he has that everywhere he goes. It's no surprise, but even when he plays players in their home nation, he's usually the one that gets the most crowd support.
I mean, almost, there's just a tweet that came up from Juan Martín del Potro. Don't ever leave the game, was the tweet. I mean, yeah. I think we should retweet that over and over and over again. But as you say, everywhere seems to be his home court, his home crowd. He's just played the game differently. He's played it with such class. He's an artist and he's an ambassador, and he's got so much charisma. He's
and
so
tonight
graceful.
Tonight he was a fighter.
Yeah,
he was down. Momentum was firmly in the Spaniard's corner, and somehow he turned it around and went on a run. 10 straight points to get himself back into this thing. To win 5 straight games from 3-1 down against Rafael Nadal, one of the game's great front runners, is unbelievable.
I mean, they're 2 of the most beautiful players we've ever seen, but tonight Roger reversed a trend. He hasn't beaten Rafa in a major since '07. 10 years, and he still has the belief to turn things around.